Good evening, dear viewers. I'm Kate and this is the 8 o'clock news.
Good evening, I'm Vladi and tonight we start the 8 o'clock news with sports. In the studio we have with us Dennis. Hi Denny.
Hi. I'll talk about goal number 20,000 in the Premier League. Goal number 20,000 in the Premier League was scored by a footballer called Mark O'Brighton. He scored the goal in the 54th minute of the match with Arsenal. The 22-year-old English national player received £20,000 and he donated them to children's hospitals. He was born on the 18th of November 1999. His position is right wing. Mark O'Brighton made his debut with the male football of Villa in the season 2009-2010 against the team of Wigan.
Thank you, Danny. Now over to Vladi with some more news from the world of football.
Stojan Petrov was diagnosed with leukemia after he had felt sick at halftime against Arsenal. Even though he didn't feel well, he continued to play. He had begun his treatment in a London hospital.
We also have here with us Nasko, who is one of the world top table tennis players and who is going to give you some table tennis advice.
Do you love table tennis? If you want to become a good player, you will need a lot of practice. But that doesn't mean you always have to stand at the table practicing and improving your strokes. Now I will show you some exercises which you can do at home in your free time to make your shots perfect and learn how to have a very good control of the ball. This exercise is used to teach you how to control the ball. Then you can do the same on the other side of the ball. After you have mastered both these shots, you can start to change between them. And then, after you can do 100 strokes without a mistake, you can start to spin the ball and adjust your racket so it can bounce up. Otherwise, the ball will go somewhere else.
Thank you, Nasko. You're always welcome to our studio. And now, let's have some gossip. We have in the studio two of the best experts on stars, Eva and Kate.
Hello.
Welcome, ladies.
What does Europe think about the Bulgarian song for Eurovision? Well, in Bulgaria, people are still arguing whether Love Unlimited by Sofia Marino is appropriate for Eurovision. The news of its victory started touring Europe. 6 million people in Turkey listened to our song and liked it. The news of Sophie's choice traveled to Spain, Greece, Lithuania, Azerbaijan, and other countries.
Kristen Stewart turned into a nice sculpture. A nice sculpture, made like the American actress Kristen Stewart, was placed in Madame Tussauds Museum in London. The star of Twilight was the first celebrity with a nice sculpture. Before that, Madame Tussauds had never had figures made only of eyes.
Someone made a joke with Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber became the latest celebrity about who there was a false rumor that he had died. Last night, Twitter exploded with the laconic "Rest in peace, Justin Bieber," which however shocked millions of fans of the artist who started multiplying the news, expressing their sympathy and sharing their horror.
Angelina and Brad want to get married before autumn. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie will officially get married before autumn when their twins will be born. This information was on the front page of the edition of the American magazine OK. They both felt the need to meet the boys as a husband and wife, which means that the wedding will happen soon.
Madonna defended Adele. Madonna declared ridiculous claims of Karl Lagerfeld that Adele is too fat. The queen of pop stood behind her colleague after last month the designer of Chanel announced the singer of the hit "Someone Like You" too fat. Madonna said that the size of Adele's clothes really does not matter.
Come on, girls, stop it. You can talk about gossip all day long. Let's talk about something more interesting, more serious, like space.
No, let's have one more piece of crazy news about the crazy collector. With Teddy.
Hello,
Hi.
and now the new association. Let me tell you about one crazy man. Well, he's not exactly crazy, but whatever. He loves to collect dead lambs. He eats some of them, and the other ones he puts in the basement. For now, he has over 2,000 and more.
And now here in the studio is Professor Galia, who wants to talk about the possibilities of existence of aliens.
Well, space. Space is everything above the Earth's atmosphere. That's the outer space. It has 3 dimensions. A lot of people think that there actually are aliens. Maybe our ancestors have seen them and even connected with them, but we can never be sure. Because none of today's scientists can explain how the Egyptian pyramids were built, and they think that aliens had helped the ancient Egyptians build them. Lots of people say that they have really seen aliens and even talked to them, but so far nobody has proven their existence. They're just a bunch of jokes, but of course they could never become evidence.
Well, here is some evidence. Milena has specially arrived to our studio to tell us a story which could change our mind.
Hi. Sam, a 15-year-old boy, called 911 and told them that there was a spaceship in his backyard. At first, the police officer giggled, but then he heard a strange noise coming from the phone. He asked Sam about the noise, but the boy had hung up the phone. The police officer arrived at Sam's house 10 minutes later. He rang the doorbell, but nobody opened. So he went in. He quickly ran into the backyard. There he saw Sam, who was sitting under a tree. He asked him what had happened, but the boy didn't even say a word. From this day, Sam started to behave really strangely. He was more quiet and didn't know what he had done the previous day.
Well, I think it's time to give our viewers something more real and interesting. Festivals. We'll start with Ellie.
Oh yes, but before Ellie, let's give the floor to Bessie, who is going to tell us something about gestures and what they mean in the different countries.
Hi. Hello. There are lots of different gestures around the world. Here are a few examples. The gesture OK. In England it means alright, but in France it means zero, and in Japan it means money. In Italy, when we're not sure about something, we need to knock our noses with our forefinger, like this. When a European talks about him or herself, he or she always touches her or his chest, like this. In other countries, laughter means amazement, other confusion. In India, people always put hand on their heart, like this, when they meet a familiar person. And Laplanders always scratch their noses, like this, when they meet somebody.
Okay, Kate, stop interrupting me now. Now it's really time for our story.
Hi. Dear TV viewers, have you heard about Tomatina? This is a Spanish festival which is held in Valencia. Tens of thousands of all ages and nationalities go to the festival to take a part in a war with tomatoes which are not good to eat. The festival is held every year on the last Wednesday of August. Everyone fights for themselves. After 1 hour, the battle stops and no more tomatoes can be thrown. Fire trucks clean the street after the fight. Once you spray the street with a strong jet of water, it becomes clean again. And if you participate, don't forget to wear your protective gloves and goggles. It is one of the most important rules. Bye. Bye. And now for something more dangerous. It's your turn, Bobby.
They are finally going to ban bullfighting. Decades of this fight took the lives of many people. It brings many emotions to the competitors and the audience. For the first time, fighting bulls appeared on the island of Crete, but at the beginning of the 18th century, it began to take place in Spain. Competitors are dressed in red because this color tastes and challenges the bulls.
The real carnival. Nikki is going to tell us all about it.
Hi, today I will tell you something more about the Carnival in Rio de Janeiro. It's the most famous and popular carnival around the world, and every year it attracts over 1 million tourists. The first event like that was held in 1723. The carnival has its king. The king is chosen from all the fattest people in the city, but he must be at least 100 kilos. And to take part in the carnival isn't easy. You must be a great dancer and you have to pay 2,000 euros for the 90-minute dance on the streets of Rio.
And now you will hear about something that the young people will find funny and the old people will find wrong.
No Pants Day is celebrated on the 1st of May. On this day, everyone wears only their underpants. It was celebrated for the first time in 1997. Last year, lots of people took part in it by going into the underground wearing only their pants. Last year in New York in 2011, 4,000 people took part in it. In Bulgaria, only a few people participated in it. And no, I'm not wearing only underpants. Our news tonight will finish with Kirill, who is here to tell us about the people who are present at all festivals, the buskers.
Hello. Busking means to practice in public places. The word busk comes from Spanish. It means to seek. Buskers are seeking fame. They can do acrobatics, comedy, card tricks, dancing, singing, and more. I've recorded a video with the busker. Here it is.
Hello.
Hello,
What's your name?
my name is Julie Smith.
How old are you?
I am 34.
Whoa, you look younger. Okay, do you have a job?
No, that's not a busker.
What kind of busker are you?
I play violin in the streets.
Violin?
Yes, you want to hear some?
What is it? Go ahead.
That was all for tonight. Have a good night.
See you tomorrow, Tate. Good night.
No.
Maar someone look here.
I forgot the text.